Hey, folks, the Prairie View A&M University Panthers will look to remain one of only 2 undefeated teams in Southwestern Athletic Conference play today as they face the Tigers of Jackson State. Prairie View A&M is off to a 3-0 start in league play for the first time since 2010 and has won 4 games in a row. The overall winning streak is the longest since winning 5 in a row late last season as they defeated Alabama State 80-74. Alabama A&M 71-58, Alcorn State 79-63, and Southern 77-69, and wrapped it up against Alcorn 87-71. The Panthers and the Tigers split last season's series last year with each team winning at home, including a very exciting overtime win by the Panthers right here in the Baby Dome on ESPN2. Prairie View A&M is 2-4 in the Byron Smith era versus Jackson State. This is going to be an exciting one. Charles Porter, Gotti Wadima, and Ray Wortham coming to you live courtside here. And, folks, this is going to be a good game. Gotti, these guys are going to play the Panthers real well.
I agree. This is a Jackson State team who has plenty of heart and hustle, led by Wayne Brent, who's in his 6th season here at Jackson State University. With their star player, Chris Howell, who leads Jackson State in scoring, averaging 12 points per game, who's 12th in the SWAC, and rebounding 8.9, first in the SWAC. The Tigers
usually have to run, and I'll try to stay here and get everything together, and I'm thirsty. All right, folks, starting for Jackson State, Benji Williams, a junior from Houma, Louisiana. Chris Howell's going to play the other guard. He's a senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And Don Trellis Ross, who's also going to play the guard position. All 3 of these are guards, so they're going to play like a small lineup in the backcourt, and then down low they're going to go with the big guys with Javius McKinnis, who's 6'7", he's from Brandon, Mississippi, and also William Brown, who's going to play the 4, and he's only 6 foot, and he's a senior from Jackson, Mississippi, but he plays real tough down low, Gotti.
Yes, I mean, some really strong players on both sides. Looking forward to just an incredible matchup. Right now, both teams are fighting for high positions in the SWAC, and this game right here is going to be a very telling game for both teams. For the Jackson State, if things will really turn around in their favor and they can stay to the top of the pack, and then for the Panthers, if they can really make another sort of history tonight by defeating Jackson State. So a huge task in front of them, and just looking forward to some great athleticism and some great basketball.
The Panthers 5-11 overall, 3-0 in conference play. The Tigers of Jackson State 6-11 overall and 3-1 in conference play. I forgot we started off with that first game against Texas Southern, so everybody's played one more game than we had. So this one should be really interesting. Coming out to start the game for the Panthers, Gary Blackston, Dennis Jones, Iwan Ellis, Gerard Andrus, and Devontae Patterson. The Panthers going with the quick 3-guard lineup, and then it should be good. The Panthers should score, hopefully, easily and often, and finally get to that 4-0 mark for the first time since 2010. 2010 seems to be really our benchmark because that was the Jerome Francis era where we did really well in the conference. I want to say we went 15-0 in conference play. Or did we lose to Valley? I think we lost 1 game to Valley that year. I've got to look at the list. I can't remember. The head coach for the Jackson State Tigers is Wayne Brent. Ray, you got something on Coach Brent?
Yes, Wayne Brent was named the head coach of Jackson State Tigers in 2013 after having 15 years of very successful high school basketball there in Jackson. So he's been in the Jackson State public system for a while, and during his time there in high school, he did 4 state championships. After winning his last one, Jackson State went ahead and hired him as the head coach for the Tigers.
Got it. Coach Byron Smith here for Prairie View A&M.
Coach Byron Smith enters into his 3rd full season as head men's basketball coach at PVAM University. In 2017-18, the Panthers won 16 games, the program's highest wins totals in decades. Prairie View won the middleweight bracket of the MGM Events Tournament and wins over Eastern Kentucky and Georgia State. The 12-6 mark in the SWAC gave PVMU a second-place finish as they advanced to the SWAC tournament semifinals for the first time since the 14-15 season. The Panthers finished the season on a tier of 11 and their final 14 games. Coach Smith has been a great addition to the Panthers and look forward to just a continued successful career here at the university. After graduating from U of H in 1991, Smith played professional basketball overseas for 6 seasons, including 4 years in Australia. He also played in Turkey and Greece.
McKinnis will jump it off with Iwan Ellis, and we'll get this one underway. The assistant coaches for Coach Byron Smith, Landon Bussey, Jared Lyons, and Wendell Moore, and graduate assistant Alana Murphy. On the other side of the ball for Wayne Brent, his assistants, Kaysen Burke, a Southwestern Athletic Conference standout, Deshaun Dixon and Trey Johnson. And the Tigers throw it out of bounds. The Panthers will have it. 20 minutes on the clock. Should be interesting. All right, up top with it, Blackson will start it off. Kick it over to Patterson now, left side to Jones. Jones working, Andrus down low. Gives it to Patterson, wide open. Jones for 3, looking for it, no. And going up high to get it. That time was Chris Howell, the senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And Chris Howell is the team's leading scorer and rebounder, and that's one of the keys to the game for the Panthers tonight. Limit Chris Howell's touches. In addition to out-rebounding Jackson, capitalizing on the free throw line, and then having at least a 2-to-1 turnover ratio for the game.
Ross kicks it out to William Brown, and he can't find the hole. Both teams attempted three-pointers for no points here in the first half. Jones goes for the steal. They kick it back left side, and Ross will have it and run the offense for Wayne Brent. Right side with it is going to be Brown in the right corner. Gives it up to Howell. Howell gives it to, trying to see, is that 11 in the middle or was that 24?
Wow. That's a difficult call because those guys really had their hands up. And at that point, what more can you do? But as long as you keep your head in the game and don't let that affect you as an athlete, as a basketball player in particular, you have to have amnesia of sorts to really just let the moment go and continue playing your best game.
Folks, I want to sincerely apologize for the women's game. And I know the women officials are the officials in the women's game. Probably very upset with me, but I just read off of what I've written, and I kept saying in the back of my mind, that's not right, but I went with it anyway. Terry Ware, Corey Taylor, and Calvin Shelby are the men's officials. And somebody put the men's officials on the women's timesheet. But that's okay. I'm not going to tell on anybody but me. But I should have picked that up. Shame on me. The big dog slipped. Can you believe it?
Happens to the best of us.
I can't believe it either. Wow. 18:33 left to play. Full 24 seconds on the shot clock. Who picked up that foul there? We'll wait to see. Back up top now is Ross, who'll run the offense. Ross getting it on the left side to Benji Wallace. Wallace throws the alley-oop, man, and a great play to Javius McKinney for the first 2 of the game. Brent really coaching now. Right side with it. Jones will have it. Panthers not phased. They kick it way down deep on the left side. Patterson in the corner puts it up for 3. Hits the side of the iron. No. Coach Smith said, no, that's not the good shot I wanted. And here comes the Tigers. Ross in the open court from the free throw line. Hits the side of the iron. Andrus gets the rebound, kicks it right side. Here comes Jones.
Jackson State coming into a man-on-man defense and really bringing the aggressiveness against the Panthers.
Patterson rushed that shot and couldn't find the hole, but Jones will come down and take it away. Here come the Panthers on the fast break. Jones going coast to coast. Left side, Andrus stops, pops from 15, hits the side of the iron, no.
Our Panthers cannot play lax because Jackson State's defense is hard. They're very precise, and we can't do a laxy-daisy screen or something like that because Jackson State will easily go around and get right back on their man and play even tighter than what they were before.
Good pass under the bucket there to William Brown. The Tigers will get it back on the miss, and it's knocked away by Jones. Here comes Jones over to Andrus. Andrus has it knocked away, and the Panthers will keep it with 26 seconds on the shot clock. Wayne Brent going after Kason Burke over there, making his case to the officials. And Brent says, have a seat, I got it. And we'll go back the other way, left side. Patterson, man, what is he doing? He's going all the way around the back with it, lost it. And Smith almost out on the court fussing and going over there, the official going over there to attempt to get back on the sideline.
Well, very frustrated because the Panthers have not really found their groove in this first few minutes. And we always talk about how the first 5 minutes sets the tone of the half. And for the Panthers, just needing to really get that first spark in order to get rolling.
Jones knocks it away, and Jones going to be called for the foul with the rolling block. Yeah, Jones. Yeah.
That's his second one.
That's a rolling block. He's going to have to take a seat. We're going to see Tyshawn Johnson come up off the bench, or Williams. That's going to be the first on Jones. That's number one.
Oh, first, sorry.
Jontrell Walker has checked in, a senior from Aurora, Illinois. They give it up now to Ross. Allen Ellis on Ross. That's a mismatch. Kicked it in the corner. Got a birdie. Coming up and shooting a three-pointer. That time was Walker. No. And that time, Blackston.
I don't know. I didn't see the travel there.
I didn't see a travel there. I'm sitting here in awe of the call.
I saw a regular layup, just long strides.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because he ducked low and took those steps, but just being mindful.
Yes.
Tigers up 2-0. 16:09 left to play. Close to a media. Ross working. Right side, Wallace is going to be fouled on the floor there. And 14 or 51. 15 is going to go against Andrus. Yeah, Andrus with his first personal. We're very close to immediate timeout. Yeah, I thought so, ladies and gentlemen. Well, folks, a real interesting one here. 16 minutes left to play. 4 minutes gone by. 2-0 is the Jackson State Tigers.
Welcome back to the Baby Dome. 16 minutes left in the first half. The Tigers up 2-0. For all the latest news in Panther athletics, visit our official website at pvpanthers.com. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by searching us at PVAMU Panthers.
Up top with it is going to be Benji Wallace. Guarded by Jones. Brings it left side, wide open. Thought about the three-pointer at the time with Walker. Yeah, and he took it. And that's going to increase the lead to 5-0. Panthers already gave it away 3 times. So did the Tigers here in the first half. And Jackson State was only 2 points in the paint. The Panthers with none. Jackson State got 2 points off of one of those 3 turnovers by the Panthers. And Blackston will cut the lead to 3 with a layup off the glass for 2.
We finally get our leading scorer to really get going, and hopefully that's the spark that the Panthers need to really get some offense and get some points on the board. Just having a slow start for today's game.
Coming up at the men's halftime, they're going to give the softball winning championship team their rings. And, oh, man, carrying call by the officials. Don't see that a lot.
That's a tough one.
Jeremiah Boozman is going to check in for Wayne Brent. Boozman is a sophomore from Alva, Oklahoma. Have you ever heard of Alva, Oklahoma?
No, I haven't.
Got it? Alva, Oklahoma? You're well-traveled.
Unfortunately, no.
Boozman gets it to Wallace, coming around the right side now to Walker. Here comes Walker looking to put it high off the glass. No. And a good job by Patterson getting the rebound, giving it right into the hands of Jones. Back over to Patterson. Patterson works, turns, twists, and a blocking foul there. Feet wasn't set that time. Was Lemmy Howard, a sophomore from Bells Only, Mississippi. That's pretty. That's pretty memorable. Bells Only. What did y'all know? What Bells Only is famous for?
No.
Me neither.
Oh,
Williams
wow.
will go.
Bells.
I think it's pecans. Belzoni, Mississippi. They're famous for something. Right side with it into Patterson. Now over to Blackston. Blackston with the turnaround jumper. Good defense there by John Terrell Walker. And the Panthers turn it over and give it away. I forgot what Belzoni's
How do you spell
famous
that?
for. B-E-L-O-N-Z-I. B-E-L-O-N-Z-I. Belzoni, I think. B-E-L-Z-O-N-I.
Got it.
Okay, Bill. Yeah, I think something like that. I know our friends over down in the Delta probably are saying, that doggone announcement. Whatever. 5-2, score 14 minutes left to play in the first half. Man, a very low-scoring game. Defense. Quick pass inside now to Boozman. Boozman with a great pass. They're out to the left side and going in. And, man, wow, finally – they call Patterson for the foul, man, but Chris Howell goes back up, and, man, it was so quick.
You know, last time these two teams met up with each other, it was also a low-scoring game. The Panthers won, only scoring about 60 points. So, I mean, it's a lot of back and forth here. Hopefully the Panthers can control their fouls, but, I mean, these two teams right here, they go so hard when they play each other.
Chris Howell's first shot is away. It's good. The Tigers of Jackson State, 60% from the charity stripe. Second one away, it's no good. And Patterson will give it up to Jones to Blackston in the corner to Johnson. Johnson can't find the hole, and we'll go back the other way. Small guard rotation. Ellis sitting. And putting it in the hole was John Terrell Walker. 9-2, the Tigers up.
We talked last time about movement without the ball and how we need to see more of that, maybe some screens being set, because this is a defense that is really aggressive. And with that, we need movement to get them moving. And they've dropped back from a man to a zone defense, so we can penetrate the gaps.
Blackston to Jones for the reverse layup. Couldn't find the hole, but Patterson there to clean it up. Good job by the Panthers. Now they're down by 5, 9-4. Left side, here's Howard with a turnaround and put back. It's good.
Wow, that was a really high shot, but I mean, he's 6'7", so we could see where that height. But Jackson State has a lot of height, and the Prairie View has the opportunity to use that to their advantage, but we have to get in the middle. That is a perfect example.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jones to Johnson,
Perfect.
or Johnson to Jones, down low with the quick shooter there by Patterson. Man, great ball movement by the Panthers.
Yes, the way we beat this team is definitely in the middle.
Boozman with the pass over to Wallace. And Wallace with a reverse layup. He's fouled and won. And Jackson State is all over the Panthers here in the early going. Coach Byron Smith already with the jacket off. Tyshawn Johnson's going to check in and give Blackston a break, or Williams rather a break. I called Williams. It's just uncanny how these three guys look just alike. And I think that's working to the advantage of the Panthers when they're playing their opponents, because you don't know who's who. He's even fooling us on the sideline. Wallace's shot is away. It's good. Now the Panthers down 8, 14-6. And Chance Ellis will check in for the Panthers. Blackston. Back up top to Johnson for three. In and out, no good. And Patterson can't find the hole, and a travel, yeah. Right back in, Tyshawn Johnson. Or pardon me, Williams. That's two, looking just like Johnson. Comes back in, and here we're going in. There's a media timeout here on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers need to get it together here. 11:55 left to play, 14-6. We'll be right back.
Path of excellence. It's about engaging in the greater community. Above all, it's about helping you realize your
We're back live here in the Baby Dome, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Porter, Gotti Wadima, and Ray Wortham. Gotti just thinks I'm nuts. Right side with it is going to be Darius Williams to give it up. Now to Johnson. Back up top, Johnson going in with a roll. 5-footer. Hits the side of the iron. No. Going way up to snatch it away is McInnes. And, man, hitting the ground hard. Is that Howell over there? No, that's number 10. That's Jontrell Walker, man, who kind of hit his face on the floor. We're going to shake that one off. He's tough, man. Wow. Walker was way up there. Came down and hit the side of his face. Real awkwardly. 14-6. Up top, Ross. Working on Johnson. Ross coming right side. King. Oh, man, that's a ticky-tack foul on Johnson. He kind of got in the way a little bit, and the blocking foul called on Johnson. Now the Panthers with 16 fouls.
Wow, the Panthers are about to have the Tigers in bonus, and the refs are calling this game really tight. And this is a lot of time left to be in a bonus. Panthers just have to be really careful. Unfortunately, Dennis Jones is on the bench and got early foul, and that kind of takes away from his tenacity on defense, leading the team in steals as well as the conference. We need that type of aggressive play, but if they're not allowed to play, then it really changes up our game for us.
Ross gives it up to Howell. He'll put it up from 20, all nets. And the Tigers are on fire here in the Baby Dome.
And Howell is one of the leading scorers in the conference. When we're on him, we can't even give him a foot. We have to pretty much act like he's Steph Curry and just be just all up in his britches.
Williams puts it up for three with an answer. Yeah.
And that's what it's going to take for our Panthers to score, because Jackson State is all in their face. Their defense is tight. You're going to just have to score in their face. There's no laxy-daisy with the Jackson State defense.
But knocking down these shots will be the key to obtaining a victory tonight.
Ross skips it to Wallace. Thought about the three. Now to Howell down low for the turnaround to McInnes, and he can't find the hole. Here come the Panthers. A spin move there. Good-looking move there by Darius Williams. Darius Williams, Jones, Johnson. Just going to call them all the same person, right? Williams now gives it up to Johnson. He'll come right side in the corner. Williams for another three, fading away, hits the side of the iron, no good. Way down low. Great spin, Euro step move. And Benji Wallace puts it in for two.
That's why shot selection is really important, because we want to have our players in a position where they can rebound, because there won't be many second chance opportunities with a team that has this sort of height advantage over us.
Panthers down 18-9, and a block and a foul, though, because McInnes got a little body there.
He got his hand for sure.
On Gary Blackson, and they call a foul, and Jackson State doesn't like it, but it's a foul. Folks, coming up after our next break, we're looking for my classmate all the way from the south side of Chicago. Is Vernon Bland, winning softball coach from Chicago, Illinois. getting prepared for him right now.
He's been around the hill for a long time.
Yeah. He didn't leave, and I didn't leave, and neither did he. How about that?
It's wonderful. Panthers for life.
Are you back?
Oh, yeah, I'm in this thing. I love Prairie View A&M University. I probably bleed purple and gold.
Yeah,
literally.
I believe you. Panthers with full court pressure, down by 8, 18-10 with 9:16 left to play, coming up on a media timeout. Ross has it up top, left side, gives it up. Howell in the corner. Is that Wallace for three? Yeah, Benji Wallace for three.
The Panthers aren't doing the best job of guarding that three-point line, just really allowing a lot of shots from beyond the arc. Our defense really has to improve. Those defensive lapses cannot continue moving forward in this game.
Up top, wide open for a deep three-pointer that time was Williams. No can do. And the Panthers down by 11 now.
And we're getting those three-point shots as well, but the difference is we're not knocking them down. So we just have to adjust our strategy and go more to the basket, get some of these players in foul trouble. We're settling for too many outside jumpers.
Justin Johnson with a turnaround jumper there on the baseline. It's no good. Blackston off the glass and one. That's what we got to do to fight back in this one.
Definitely. Take it to them. Make them move their feet. Make them work.
Andrus will check back in for the Panthers. And coming back in for the Tigers, John Sherrill Walker, the senior from Aurora, Illinois. Getting a little nippy out there, Gotti. Temperature is completely dropping. And the Panthers tipping it away, and the Panthers will keep it. Good defense by the Panthers. Good job of blocking out.
Yes.
As Chance Ellis gets up off the bench to give Ellis a break.
Excuse me. There's a freeze going on right now in the city, and it's going to be going on for the next couple of days. So we have to make sure that we prepare.
Is it going on tonight or right now?
Started this morning for the next several days, I believe until Tuesday.
Oh, wow. Johnson, man, with a great move to the bucket for two and no foul there. What about the and one? And that's what Byron Smith is saying. 21-14 now, cutting into that lead as the Panthers down by 7 now.
That was a great penetration. Let coach worry and discuss the foul, but that was a great, strong penetration. That's what we need more of.
Johnson in the middle to Howell. No. Johnson gets the rebound. It's a battle under there. He traveled. And, yeah, I'm going to say, come on, ref. We're watching. And there's a timeout on the call, on the floor, folks. A media timeout. 7:33 left to play here in the first half. The Panthers down by 7, 21-14. We're back live here in the Baby Dome, ladies and gentlemen. 7:30 left to play. Hopefully the Panthers can keep it smoking and cut into this lead. And the Panthers will have the ball down low with it. Left side is Patterson, back up to Johnson. Johnson with an up fake. And right side with it is Anton Lister. Lister, the three-point specialist. Blackson steps back, hits the side of the iron. No good. Good shot, but
Statistically, the Panthers and the Tigers are pretty even. The only thing is the Tigers are knocking down their shots, and the Panthers really haven't found that consistent groove yet. But the Panthers are only being out-rebounded by 3. Assist-wise, only 1 more assist, 1 more turnover, and Prairie View has more steals than Jackson State. What is saving Prairie View are the points in the paint with 10, while Jackson State has 6. but Jackson is really capitalizing off Prairie View's turnovers with 6 points to 0. Prairie View has not yet been able to convert on Jackson State's turnovers, so that's a point that we can definitely improve, as well as on fast break opportunities and points off the bench.
Lister was called for the blocking foul. And he'll capitalize on the free throws, 23-14. Up top right side, Blackston gives it up now to Johnson. Lister wide open for three in the corner, and he can do it. The lead now 6 for Jackson State.
Way to knock down that shot. Yeah, and that's what's going to be most important, knocking down those shots with a hand in your face, because Jackson State is not going to let up on their defense.
Up top left side, Howell gives it up to Wallace. Wallace takes it baseline in the corner, gives it back up to Howell. Howell in the corner, right side. Trying to see what is that 10 to Walker. Yeah, and Walker can't find anything with time expiring, and here comes Blackston. Blackston, right side, Lister, trying to set for that three-pointer again. They give it up to Johnson, looking down low for Patterson. Patterson finds the hole. Oh, man, tried to throw it in. Great catch by Andrus on the bad pass. Man, did you see that?
Yeah, great idea, but Jackson State had their hands in the lanes and deflected that pass.
Well, hey, no, it was just a bad pass, man. If that would have been on the money, on the floor, a bounce pass, that would have worked. Irwin Ellis will check back in and give Patterson a break. Folks, we were looking for Coach Vernon Bland at the 4-minute mark, and he'll be coming down. I can't wait to mess around with him. We had many softball games together. A lot of fun. Turnaround jumper there from Howard. And Jackson State maintaining that lead. Here comes Johnson, and he's hacked. And he'll go to the line for free throws.
Great penetration. Exactly the remedy of what we needed to do. More penetration to draw those fouls, and now knocking down those free throws.
First shot is away. Second shot is away. It's good. 25-18. 7-point edge by the Jackson State Tigers. Full court pressure, wide open. And an easy layup to the bucket there for Benji Wallace.
Just too easy. Defensively, we cannot allow that.
Up top, just checking in, Tyler Singleton, a sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Johnson has it up top. Trying to go around Ross, gives it up to Andrus from the elbow. Ellis with a great rebound, back out to Johnson, wide open, hits the back of the iron. No, Ellis fighting, almost getting the second rebound in a row.
You know, I really want to say that Iwan Ellis is, I would say, most improved from last year. He really has become just a more important contributor to this team, and that's
Johnson,
really important, especially his senior year.
Is going to try to get it off the ground and roll it, and he's going to travel, and we'll go back the other way.
Is it me, or did you also see a kickball?
I did too. I saw a kickball
over here.
Yeah.
I'll wait till he grabs and does a rolling block there. 27-18, 4 minutes, 8 seconds left to play. Ross will have it up top. Ross coming left side. Good defense by the Panthers. Not a lot of places to go. Skips it down low. And now kicks it over to Howell for three. Off the glass, no. Andrus fouled. there by Khalil Spencer, a junior from Memphis, Tennessee, and a media timeout here on the court. Stick around, folks. We'll come back, and we'll talk with head volleyball coach, Coach Vernon Bland. This is exciting Panther basketball right here on the Prairie View A&M University Panther Sports Network.
I can shut down your power grids. I can paralyze your infrastructure. I can access the personal data of everyone.
I hear your heartbeat. I hear your heartbeat.
3:45 left to play here in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. The Panthers down 27-18. Joining me here on the mic, all the way from the south side of Chicago, my classmate, main man, the head softball coach. There I go again for the Prairie View University Lady Panthers. SWAC champion volleyball coach, softball coach. I'm messing with him. Vernon Bland. What's going on, man?
Not much, Charles. How you doing?
Oh, man, great to have you here on the program, man. Your softball team last year, under unsurmountable odds, came back and won the Southwestern Athletic Conference softball tournament, our third in our tenure of playing softball. You and I, let me tell you what's real interesting, folks. Vernon and I are classmates. We already said that 1,000 times. But we were here during the A.D. James Clarence Wolf era when softball was inaugurated in the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Right,
so we had an opportunity to watch the very first softball team win back-to-back championships. And, you know, what's so funny is Vernon was an all-SWAC baseball player. Who would have thought that you would have become the volleyball coach?
Man, never. Softball coach, Charles.
Oh, I don't know why I keep saying volleyball. I'm stuck on volleyball, probably because Ray is sitting here. But, you know, A.D. James was a great softball coach. He got the program started. Clarence Wolf did a great job of backing him up. And, you know, we had just graduated, 4 years prior to that championship.
Right.
So, you know, we were real familiar not only with the coaches but with the team. And last year, well, you got the call, 4 years ago? This is your fifth year?
This is my 7th year.
7th year. So you got the call a few years ago when we were really, really lean here in the athletics department. And, of course, things started getting better and better and better, and you were able to go out and recruit. And for many years, folks, I was a softball PA announcer. So, you know, when Vernon first started, I've been there with him ever since, with the exception of a couple of years. And you really built that program up, man. I watched you and Joseph Lane work in a tireless effort to bring softball back to prominence, man. How does it feel still, after almost 6-7 months, to be the SWAC champion?
Man, it's unreal. You know, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication from the players, and also my coaching staff, Joseph Lane, as you mentioned. You know, there were some lean times, but we stuck it out together, and last May was a culmination of all our hard work, along with the young ladies.
Yeah, by the way, I've got to mention this. Your frat brother Jonathan Stribling said he sends all the love and accolades to you guys. He couldn't leave because somebody had to stay at work. So I had to come home and he had to stay at work. But, man, again, congratulations, classmate, on your softball getting right Porter championship, man. And we're looking forward to this year. You have reloaded, and I know what you got out there, and I know what you do. And, man, it's going to be real exciting to see it this year. When does your first game start here on the campus?
Our first game on campus is March 13th against Houston-Tillotson.
Huston-Tillotson. Okay.
Yeah, Huston-Tillotson.
You know, if you so people don't know when you say Huston, they're like, where is that? But March what now?
March 13th.
March 13th, I'll be there with bells on. Folks, you can catch all the play-by-play in action as well as PA action. Right here at www.pvpanthers.com. I know you got to go. Folks, stick around. They've got a great halftime ceremony as we present the banner and the ladies' rings. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, Charles.
Back to live action, ladies and gentlemen. Blackston gets to the line to shoot two. Gotti, what was going on when I was running my mouth?
Well, what was going on was Jackson State has been playing just a really solid fundamental game. Actually, this is probably the best scoring game that they've had, but we know that they lead the conference in scoring defense, and they've really been showing us a lot of that in this game. They are gone back to their fundamentals. A lot of boxing out is what we see, even so much to where it's obstructing the Panthers from even going to the basket. A lot of times, I know you probably heard the crowd go crazy because all 5 players boxed out at one time, and the Panthers just could not have any movement, in addition to knocking down their shots. And with the Panthers, it's just a lid on the basket. We're getting some penetrations and we're getting some fouls, but we're iffy about hitting the free throws and knocking down these shots.
Lemmy Howard just got a monstrous dunk on some lackadaisical defense played by the Panthers. Coming around the right side, Johnson gives it up to Andrus. Andrus, man, can't find it. And somebody's got to hurry up and shoot a 3. And, oh, man, almost popping that three-pointer was Darius Williams. Man, that was real close.
And I would say that was a foul
Yeah.
by Chris Howell on him. But, hey, we broadcast. We don't call the game.
Ross has it going left side. They're kicking in the corner. Wide open is Walker. He can't find the hole for the three-point basket, and here we come with Blackston. Blackston in the open court trip, and, man, regains his balance there. Man, wow, how athletic was that? Puts it off the glass.
Super. Definitely an athletic move, and we would have appreciated a foul call for the trip, but way to gain his composure and finish with a make.
Panthers down 10. Man, I grabbed the Altoid can, and Ray just started shaking her head. What does that mean? Left side there, over to Walker. Walker with the dribble drive, loses it. Great pass by Blackston. Here comes Andrus with the funky ducky. The Panther now, starts to get their lather up, and Wayne Brent wants to stop the momentum there, but the Panthers quickly down by 12, cuts it to 8 with 2 drives.
This is a Panther team that you cannot hold down. So Andrus made a statement with that dunk, and just getting that back and riding off of that momentum is definitely what's going to be necessary moving forward in these last 20 seconds along with the second half.
Folks, coming up at halftime, Panther profile by Ray Wortham. We'll come back. Gotti Wadima will keep you abreast of the scores going around in the Southwestern Athletic Conference and bring you up with some statistics, and then we'll come back with the exciting second half. The Prairie View University men's team has really got to get it together with 20 seconds left on the clock here. Don't forget, folks, for more exciting Panther sports, tune in to us on this Monday. As the games are a little early for a Monday. Usually they're 5:30, 7:30, but this Monday, because of the holiday, 4:30 and 6:30 will be the times to start off the contest as we celebrate the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King on Monday. I've got some background stuff to play for Monday, too. Going to be excited about it.
Fun fact about Dr. Martin Luther King, his first name was actually Michael, but everyone called him Martin.
Wow, you've been reading. Right corner, wide open off the glass. There was Ross, and he couldn't find the hole, and the Panthers will slightly go in, I'll say, with a little momentum here in the second. Getting ready to go into the second half with 15 minutes on the clock for the halftime. What do you think, Gotti, about the play here in the first half?
Just some adjustments that we need to make offensively and defensively in the second half. I mean, we've seen the guys out there hustling. Jackson State is really playing an incredible first half of basketball, a lot of different contributors. So just shifting of momentum in the second half, more people contributing on the scoring as well as rebounding.
31-23 the score. We'll step aside, come back with the halftime show. This is exciting Panther basketball on the Prairie View A&M University Panther Sports Network.
Self-expression and individuality. It's about trailblazing a path of excellence. It's about engaging in the greater community. Above all, it's about helping you.
Thank you. Welcome back to exciting Panther basketball here in the Baby Dome, William J. Nix Baby Dome. The Panthers right now are down 23-31, and the crazy part about this, Ray, is that statistically they're pretty much even. Jackson State is out-rebounding Prairie View by 1. Steal-wise, Prairie View has more steals. Turnover-wise, Jackson State has more turnovers. But when it comes to just scoring, Prairie View is 2 for 11 from the three-point line, and Jackson State is 3 for 8. Field goal-wise, 12 for 26, which is 46%. Jackson State is shooting 66% from the field, and Prairie View is only shooting 42% from the field. Jackson State in the paint has 12 points, and Prairie View has 14. Fast break points, Prairie View has more at 6, while Jackson State has 2. Off the bench, though, Jackson State has more players contributing with 14-9. So making that adjustment really is going to be important in this second half. Mm-hmm. But right now we have a player to highlight, and can you show us who that is, Ray?
Yes, the player in the spotlight tonight for the Panther profile, we have Dennis Jones, who is a 6'1" senior from Fort Worth, Texas. But his previous school was Pratt Junior College. Last season, he was 3rd highest scorer on the team, and he scored a career high of 23 points versus Alabama State. Currently, he's leading the conference in steals, and he's 5th in the conference in assists, averaging 3.5 assists a game. I'm Ray Wortham. In the spotlight, we have Dennis Jones. We are back at the half. Stick around for more exciting Panther basketball.
We also want to talk about the softball team who has just unveiled their banner for this season, for this 2018-2019 season. Congratulations to the ladies softball team who have just received their rings, and we look forward to a really exciting.
We're back live here in the William J. Nix Center here on the campus of Prairie View A&M University, the beautiful campus of Prairie View A&M. Man, I bet you that was really interesting in the locker room with Coach Smith, got him. Nothing to say? Okay. 31-23 left to play. Oh, geez,
I agree with you.
Andrews has it at the top of the key, folks. Boy, I tell you, they're getting their money's worth out of me today, aren't they? Andrews comes right side, gives it up now to Jones. Jones at the right wing, good move, comes right side, throws it up. Oh, man, Ellis comes from way back in Mississippi to try to throw that one down, but it was just too tall. And the Panthers come out with a little fire here, down by 9-8 here coming to the second half.
To answer your question, yes, I bet it was a very interesting conversation there. I know he told them execute and play your own game because, like we mentioned at halftime, statistically the Panthers and the Tigers are neck and neck. The difference is the Tigers are really just knocking down more shots than the Panthers are. So making that adjustment in this second half and really identifying those shooters and stopping them will be key. Yeah, well, the Tigers shot a tad bit better than the Panthers. The Panthers 34% from the field on 9 of 26. The Jackson State Tigers 12 of 26 for 42.2%. And now the Panthers starting it over again, shooting poorly here. $18.50 left to play here in the first half. Ross will have it up top, left side with it now, kicks it over to William Brown. Back up top to Wallace, and Ross thinking about what to do. Right corner on the baseline, throwing it up is Howell. Man, coming up way top there was McKinnis, and no foul, and somebody will tip it back up. The official standing right in the way, I couldn't see. Blackston, left side over to Jones. 33-23, the Panthers down by 10 here. 18-14 left to play. Quick shot at the elbow to Andrus, right side. Oh, man, Patterson found some condensation on the floor.
Down to 9 seconds on the shot clock. Jones will shoot it up for 3. He had to hurry. No good. He hit the rim, though, so that should be a fresh clock. And we'll throw it away and give it into the hands of Ross. Golly G. Willikers. Some quick scores going on around the SWAC. Ray Wortham, what we got?
Mississippi Valley is leading Alcorn 29-24 at the half. Alabama A&M is trailing Alabama State 41-29 at the half, and Southern is beating Arkansas Pine Bluff 41-25. TSU and Grambling, their game does not start for another hour.
Man, wow. Jones. Did they call Jones for that foul? That's 3.
They called Jones.
Poor call.
Poor Jones. I mean, he's out there hustling, really putting his best foot forward, and he can't seem to catch a break. I know it's frustrating because that run right there was just a scuffle, and there was no body control there. But he's the type of player that we mentioned earlier is leading the conference in steals, and he needs his aggressiveness to do that, and in foul trouble he can't.
Howell puts it up from 20, no good. The Panthers come down with a rebound, down 10. Panthers trying to work the paint, and Andrews goes up, and he's going to be fouled, and we're at a disadvantage, folks. We apologize. Right here on this corner here, the bleachers count up a little bit, and the official standing right there at the timeline. I couldn't see. Andrews will be at the line shooting 2. We need these free throws because what do free throws do, Gotti?
Extend leads and wins games.
That's right. That's just been a part of my repertoire since the Jerome Francis days. He preached that. And I remember Greg Birch, who would sit back and shoot free throws until we was ready to go because after practice he had to hit 25 free throws personally before we left. So while everybody was hurrying up and getting dressed and getting ready to get back on the bus, he'd be shooting free throws. Right side with it, Howell goes around Patterson, and Patterson called for the block. And the Panthers have got to get their head in the game. We talk about how heady they were against Texas Southern. They've got to get their head into the game.
You're so right about that. I mean, I think that they're really letting the refs get to them, and these foul calls just really, as we mentioned earlier, having amnesia and just leaving it in that moment, because if you don't, you're just going to play frustrated, and not much good happens when you play frustrated.
Anton Lister will check back in. Lister, the junior from right down the street in Brenham, Texas, transferred from Glenn Community College. Or junior college, pardon me, community college. Well, they have CC right there. I'm just reading, folks. A little misprint there.
Blinn has a lot of campuses, so some of them are community colleges, but it's just the main campus is like it has sports and stuff on it.
I tell you, boy, it's great when somebody's got your back. Isn't it, Gotti? All the way up top, Ross has to go across court to get the end of the pass. Howell with it right side. Kicks it way up top, stopping at the left elbow. There is Brown. And Panthers with a chance to cut into this lead. Blackston hits the side of the iron, no good. And Liston going way up there, and they save it in to Andrus, who puts it up. The Panthers can't get it, man, and what a fight for it. And they're going to call Iwan Ellis for the foul.
Another foul call with 3 now, with only 3.5 minutes off of the clock. And this is kind of the same position that the Panthers were in the first half, which can be very frustrating because you play more passively. And what the Panthers don't want to find themselves in is an ultra early bonus situation here.
Howard for McKinnis on the substitutions. Brown will have him give it back up, or Wallace rather will give it back up to Ross, and he'll kick it right side now to Brown. Ross left side. Lemmy Howard with it down low on the baseline. It's Howell. Oh, wide open there on the base. Oh, man, trying to go up there with William Brown with the dunk. That's just disrespectful. Here comes Liston, and Andrus puts it up, and he's going to be fouled by Chris Howell, the senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Great way to come back and really lock in and try to get that easy shot.
Man, what about William Brown there going up with the extreme prejudice? trying to get that one to fall home.
And he's only 6 foot tall.
Wow. Media timeout on the court. We'll be right back with more exciting Panther basketball.
Up 33-24 with 15 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second half. For all the latest news in Panther athletics, visit our official website at pvpanthers.com. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by searching us at PVAMU Panthers.
Andrews' first shot is away. It's good. Second shot is away. It's off the mark. 33-25, an 8-point lead. I know Marcella Thomas just can't wait to get her set of headphones so she can get in and hear how we're grooving over here. She's just grinning, looking at me like I'm silly as. Way up in the air that time was Wallace. And Andrews kid's just trying to go for the ball. Got some leg over there and knocked him out of bounds. And the Panthers will have it now. 4 team fouls for the Panthers, 2 on the Tigers here. Panthers have to be careful. A lot of time to be in the bonus. Wallace works on Liston. Or Lister. And they give it up now to William Brown. Brown to Ross. Back over to Howell. And Wallace, they're going to call a block on Lister. Gee Willikers, didn't have his feet set. Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's 5 there now. Team fouls on the Panthers. So 2 more, we're in the bonus now, and we've got 15 minutes and 23 seconds left to play.
And that is what's been Prairie View's Achilles heel thus far, just maintaining these fouls and really playing through it, overcoming it, besides the free field goal percentage.
Ross gives it up to Wallace, back in the corner, wide open for 3 is Ross. No. Blackston out to Williams. Williams, good pass to Andrews. Andrews has it blocked. He's fouled, gets it back, puts it up in the glass. Yeah, and that's the way to fight for it for 2.
Nice finish. Now, that defense needs to be on point, and the Panthers have switched it up a bit with the full court press and is now continuing to play in this man-on-man defense. But bringing up that intensity is what's going to be key here.
Howell, left side, working on Blackston. He'll put it up, and, nobody blocking out Wallace, and he gets an easy one.
And that's the difference between Jackson State and Prairie View right now. Jackson State is playing really fundamental. When the shot goes up there, finding a body and pushing back and getting 2 and 3 chances to score. Prairie View, we're not really doing that.
John Terrell Walker will check in along with Tyson Johnson. And the Panthers will have another opportunity. Lister back up top, Johnson left wing. Johnson can shoot the 3. They give it over to Lister, who will shoot the 3. He puts it up at the front of the iron. No, it's tipped out and knocked away. Coming down with it is Brown, and he's going coast to coast. Brown puts it up high off the backboard, and Lister chases it down, finds the open man. And Blackston, here come the Panthers. Blackston hits the front of the iron, but Lister, no, Anders there to clean it up for 2. Now the Panthers have battled back, down by 6. Now we've got to keep it going. Here comes the mini run. Brown to Wallace. We need another stop here. Left side with it is Walker. Now Ross will stop and work. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Wallace stops right beyond the 3-point range. Rattles in and out, and the Panthers here with another opportunity. We can cut it to 4 here. Good pass and a foul on Blackston. And he'll go to the line, or no, that's going to be on the floor. That's 3 team fouls now for the Tigers. Blackston will take it out. Chance Ellis will step in. Anders has it. And now Johnson will have it right side. Johnson finds that lane, finds that hole, kicks it over left side. Here comes Lister with a double pump off the glass. No. And a blocking foul called on Jackson State. Boy, we needed that one.
It was so close. It really could have gone either way, but that was a great cut to the basket. Look, when your man cuts to the basket, give him the ball. Let him get an attempt at least.
I think we were holding our breath at the same time that time.
Potentially.
Lister on the line. We're not going to call any type of averages out. And Lister, yes, is going to hit that first one. Folks, don't forget exciting Panther basketball comes your way again this Monday, Martin Luther King Day. As the Grambling State Tigers come to town, the Panthers really need to stay in this one. Fayette Williams, a freshman from Dickerson, Texas, has just checked in. I think this is his first minutes of the year, huh? Lister's second shot is away. It's good.
Oh, his name is Fate.
Fate. I'm sorry. Did I say Fayette?
His first name is Fate. Yeah, I had to ask him on campus, how do you pronounce your name? He said, it's just the way it's spelled, Fate.
Okay, well, in the days of these different type of enunciations, I just thought I was doing a good job. But thank you, Ray, for having my back as the Panthers come down with a key rebound. We're going back the other way. Panthers down by 4, 35-31. Johnson has it in the open court. Johnson stops, turns, kicks it in the corner. Lister on the baseline has to give it back up to Johnson with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson twisting, turning, stopping, planning, shooting it up from 20 for 2.
Great knockdown. Good way to keep his composure. And now Panthers are putting on that full court pressure.
Wallace finds a wide open Howard, and Howard blows it, and a tie-up, and the possession arrow is going to stay down on the Jackson State side of the ball, and the Panthers with some tenacious defense. I love it.
Great hustle by Fate to go and get in there and really just not be afraid to be aggressive and get his hand on the ball.
Howard. Wide open there is Walker. He can't hit the three-point line. Long rebound there by McKinnis. And Ross will have it at the top of the key. Ross left wing, Lister all over him. Ross trying to find an opening. 10 seconds on the shot clock, a long time. Oh, great. And a charging violation there. Are they calling that on McKinnis? Going around on the baseline? And a timeout on the court, ladies and gentlemen. A good job by the Panthers of battling back into this one here. 35-33 the score, 11:47 left to play. We'll step aside and come back with more exciting Panther basketball.
Everyone in America. I am the enemy with no face, and I can't be stopped.
For every would-be.
Welcome back to the Baby Dome, ladies and gentlemen. Golly, G. Willick has just kind of missed it. Shame on me. The Panthers have tied it up 35-35 with 11:25 left to play.
SWAC basketball action back here in the Baby Dome Monday. Blackout game is at 4 p.m. Doubleheader against Grambling. Join us here in person or watch live at pvpanthers.com.
Wow, man, McKinnis all over the back. No call. Lister popped in the mouth, no call. And we're going back the other way. The Panther sports broadcast team will be all black. Ellis for three, no. Lister tries to get the rebound, no. But Chance Ellis in the corner shoots a beautiful three-point shot. And it just rattles out. It was a good-looking shot.
Yeah, it was, but that definitely was some really good energy and getting a good stop here and getting a good shot on the offensive end is what we need to see right now.
Ross will take it out for Jackson State. The Panthers with full court pressure. Wallace handling the ball now, gets it out to the point guard, Ross. Wallace, right side. Oh, man, wide open under the bucket is Howell. Oh, man, yeah, I hammer him. But not with 5 team fouls. He'll go to the line and shoot. And we'll be one step closer to the bonus. Ray, are you ready for your all-black on Monday?
Yes, I am. I think I have all black dress for this one.
Gotti has all kind of all-black stuff. Sometimes I think she's a little gothic. A little dark.
I only have 2 black dresses.
A little dark. Well, okay,
so
I'm just
funny.
teasing.
I know you're making it funny.
On the line is Chris Howell. Howell in the first half from the free throw range. Well, something's going on here with the stats there. Oh, no fouls. Okay, I'm not crazy. No foul shots for Howard in the first half. 36-35, the Tigers up by 1. Johnson has it left wing, kicks it up top now to Andrews. Andrews, oh man, with a good crossover dribble, puts it up off the glass. No. And the Panthers finding a lid on the bucket again. Here we go with a fast break. Euro step. Good defense that time by Andrews on the fast break. Good job of coming down with John Sherrill Walker. Man, he's quick. And here comes Iwan Ellis to give Chance Ellis a break.
Something that has been really helping the Panthers is that they've been really limiting the turnovers in this half. They only have 8, and that's a really saving grace for them, where Jackson State has 10. More contributors off the bench, taking advantage of those second chance points, and now we want to see more points in transition.
Ross up top, Lister now on him, man-to-man coverage by the Panthers. Howell, left side, now double team. They give it to a wide open Ross. He thought about the three-pointer, but said now Blackson on him like a glove. Quick shot, right side, wide open is Walker for 3.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Yeah, it was nice.
That was a nice three-pointer. I mean, hand in his face and all.
Hit the net so softly. 39-35 there. Now right side with it is Johnson. Johnson cross court. Come on, Lister. Answer. Yes for 3.
All right, way to come back and answer with that. Now we need a stop on defense.
Walker coming down. Lister on him. Falls down. Gets back up. They give it to Howell. Great defense. Man, but McInnes is right there for the dunk. Come on, the Panthers got to answer now. We got to keep answering. This is a great game here.
Wonderful game. Might come down to the wire.
9:07 left to play. We're nearing another media timeout here. Johnson, left side, gives it up. Lister now being really carefully guarded. Johnson with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll stop back and shoot it for 3. In and out, no good. Ross. Now brings it up. Johnson to work on it. Ross going around the right side, finding a hole. Almost lost it. Looking for Walker again. Can't find him in the open court. And a foul on the floor by Johnson reaching in.
One of the most frustrating things as a player and even as a coach to see is when you work so hard on defense for a good amount of time and then at the last moment there's a foul called, whether it's, warranted or not. But that's so frustrating because you put in so much energy and work. But you just have to get it back. That's what we call it. You just get it back.
First shot is away from Ross. It's good. Next shot is away. It's good. And here come the Panthers. Now 43-38, man. Quickly, a 5-point lead. Lister for 3. No. We've got to get the rebound. Golly gee willikers, the hardest thing for an announcer is not to use a bad word when things like that happen. How about that?
Golly gee willikers.
But, yeah, rebounding is so important. We've been doing better on our defensive boards, but we have 20 and only 8 O boards. So getting on those O boards and get some of those second chance points is what we need right now.
In and out, no good. Lemmy Howard is going to be called for a foul as we take a media timeout, ladies and gentlemen. With 7:56 left to play here in this one. Stick around. It's going to be exciting. 5-point lead, 43-38. We'll step aside. We're back live here in the William Nix Center on the campus of Prairie View A&M University. And I'm feeling some type of way because the Panthers can't seem to put it together to get past this very, very tenacious Jackson State basketball team. They're good.
They are. They're really disciplined, and they fight. I mean, they're well coached. So we knew this wouldn't be an easy one, but it's definitely not one that we can't win. So making those adjustments in the next 7 and 40 minutes is what's super important.
Man, did you see Patterson just will his way in for that one?
Yeah, patience and poise.
Eternity Go-Ree, our stat walker, what a great job. And, man, what a good power play that time by Chris Howell. But there's going to be a foul, and he'll go to the line, and that's 7 team fouls for the Panthers.
PVAMU bowling will wrap up the third day of the SWAC Roundup in Dallas at the ITRC Sunday beginning at 9 a.m.
Man, that is just a fabulous complex down in the Dallas area. Like last weekend, folks, we were talking about that facility, and I was telling Gotti, I remember watching the bowling tournament on ESPN2 and said, man, what a fabulous facility that is. And I talked to my frat brother, Charlie Beatty, who is I really didn't realize, and I don't think none of the bros did either, that he's a world-class bowler. And he said, man, it's one of the most fabulous bowling lanes in America. Speaking of bowling lanes, if you just don't have anything to do and you want to have some fun, go on over to the Strike Zone, located right off the campus of Prairie View A&M University. Well, I guess it's on the campus. It's on Orange Road, right across from 1876 The Bistro. And we've got a bowling lane here. Sneed for 3. Ellis for 3. Good rebound there that time by Anderson. Sneed will put it up again. No. Panthers down 5 with 7 minutes left to play. Checking back in, Darius Williams for the Panthers to give Sneed a break. Sneed working hard. A pure shooter is Sneed. Sneed, pure shooter is he, as Yoda would say. No? Okay, no Star Wars fans. 7:03 left in this one, folks. 45-40. The Panthers trying to do something. Howell to Wallace to Walker. Walker working, finds the baseline, puts it up off the glass. But no, he kind of
Yeah, that was a push-off on his penetration.
It looked like more like
very
a bowl
obvious.
to me. That was hard. Golly. And now the Tigers also in the bonus, which makes for a long game going down the stretch, huh?
Let's not jinx it.
Jones, right side. Gives it up. Patterson at the top of the key. Wants to drive. Stops back. Gives it to Andrews from the free throw line. The Panthers can't find a hole. And we've got to fix this because I can't see. Missed the play. 6:28 left in this one. Walker barely gets it from Ross. They give it to Wallace now, right wing and back up top now will hold for the play. Walker finds a lane, puts it up, tries to give it to McKinnis, the long McKinnis, and McKinnis with a strong arm shot off the glass for 2.
He's just so athletic and really knows how to use his height. At a 6'7" freshman is just so agile. I mean, just impressive to watch.
Andrus with a jump ball, and let's see. Trying to find some room here. The Tigers will call timeout. We'll stay here during this timeout, Gotti. Now, we've got 5:48 left in this one. And the Panthers are having problems from the field. Do you think it's their shot selection or do you think they're rushing?
I think that maybe it's a combination of both. We have streaky moments where we're really hot and we feel like we can continue shooting, but then other times that when it's probably better to penetrate. And then just, I think, maybe being a little razzled by this aggressive defense. And then Jackson State is just shooting really well, almost 50%. That means most of what they're putting up is going down. So, and then in addition to that, we're not really getting many shots. I correct myself because we only shot 4 less than Jackson State has, but I think it's a combination of both.
Well, Ray, the Panthers have got to stop. I mean, we're down by 7 points. With 5:40, we've got a lot of time left to play, but what kind of plays are you going to draw up to try to slow these Tigers down?
I wish I could answer that question because they're going tit for tat. I mean, Jackson State has tight defense. We just got to put the ball in the hoop, honestly.
I'm so proud of you. I've been throwing some challenges at Ray Wortham, and she has answered every time. And no, Larry, not Ray Wadima. I know I messed up, Larry, down in Shreveport, Louisiana. Oh, and the Panthers hit that one. Wow,
right,
what a
Patterson.
roll in by Patterson. Yeah, beautiful. As I sit down and throw rocks at my main man Larry down at in Shreveport, Louisiana. Thanks so much for listening, man. Larry is a fan. He's the real deal.
And
folks,
he's a graduate of Grambling, an ex-football player, but he just supports the Panthers.
Hey, man, it's a lot of SWAC love going around here.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of SWAC love. Hey, folks, tell 10 friends to tell 10 friends to tell 10 about exciting Panther Vision Sports right here on the Prairie View A&M University Panther Sports Network. Iwan Ellis will check in, and Andrus will get a break. Patterson at the line for the free throw. Yeah. Completes the three-point play. The Panthers down 4 now here with 5:46 left to play. Walker gets it to Howell. And now back to Ross to run the offense. Trellis Ross, the senior from right there in Jackson. Ross almost loses it. Finds a hole on the right side, stops, wanted to shoot it up. Oh, and a steal. Oh, man, from Patterson. Great job by the Panthers. Here comes Jones. Oh, man. Oh, into Ellis. Beautiful. What a roll. If I was at Popeyes, I'd ask, can I get a roll with that?
That was a great finish by Iwan Ellis. Just super athletic. And to come down, gain position after you score and take a charge, I mean, that just shows tremendous effort and just tremendous commitment. Like I mentioned earlier, I think he's most improved from last year, going and developing his game over the summer. Just an incredible effort.
Checking back into the game, Dennis Jones and Gary Blackston, or Blackston and Lister, rather, pardon me, checking in. And a foul call, a pop in the jaw. We're on the bonus there. 9 fouls on the Tigers, and we should be going to the line to shoot free throws, huh? An opportunity to tie?
Yes, for sure. And we have the man at the line who can do the job.
Blackston with a couple of free throws. Well, the 1-and-1. Let's see. The first shot is away. Yeah. And that was the 10th team foul, so 2 shots now for the Panthers. 46-47, the Panthers down by 1 here. And Blackston on the line. Jones running the offense on the court here. Blackston concentrating, contemplating, letting it fly. It's all nets, baby.
Lucky lefty.
Faith Williams, quality minutes here for Coach Byron Smith, the freshman from Dickinson, Texas, Clear Springs High School product. And I like it. Ross across the timeline. 4:38 left to play. The Panthers tied up at 47 with the Tigers of Jackson State. Up top, right side is Howard. No. And Ellis gets it into the hands of Jones. Here we go. Jones on the fast break. Jones coming right side. And, man, McKinnis throws it out of here, and they're going to call
a charge.
Jones on a charge.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's 4 on Jones. We got to get him out of here. Now we got to try to play offense for defense here.
And that's really tough for Dennis because he had an opportunity there to really pass it or take it. And I know he was so deep that he wanted to just go up, but it just didn't turn out in his favor.
Man, and the poise of Byron Smith, man, on such tough calls.
I know he's burning up on the inside.
And he's a Louisiana guy, too, man. I already know. Great shot. Oh, good block there. No. Ellis says no alley-oop from McInnes. Here comes Lister. Stops, pops. Oh, wow. Hits the front of the iron, and he's going to be fouled. Yeah. Great job by the Panthers. Good heads-up basketball by the Panthers, and that's going to take us to the final media timeout here in Prairie View, Texas. 3:59 left to play. We're tied at 47. This is exciting Panther basketball.
I can paralyze your infrastructure. I can act.
Panthers, I'm sure right now, Coach Sandy Pugh, LeBluff, and David Frank are in there drawing up some plans for him now.
Oh, yes.
And for her now, because she can do it, man, what a battle between her and Dobbins. I can't wait to see that.
Yes, last year it was pretty great watching them go head-to-head, too. And this year she has been having some outstanding performances, a couple triple-doubles. And last year she had the infamous quadruple-double that even LeBron James himself commented on. So it'll be great to see the Lady Panthers take on the Lady Tigers of Grambling.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, folks. You can come on into the blackout. We're all black. I don't know if they're going to be giving away T-shirts or not. I don't want to put that out there. But if you got a black T-shirt, a Prairie View T-shirt, bring it on. You might get a new one. I like that. 3:27 left, 48-47. Sending shouts out to Skin, who's way down in Jackson, Mississippi. I don't know if he's watching the game or not, but I know if he had the opportunity to listen, he would be. A little Frankie Beverly in the mix in the background, trying to get us fired up here. The Prairie View University National Alumni Convention will be happening on July 25th and through the 27th down at the Marriott, Texas. Brand new facility. Jones going up to the bucket, hits the side of the iron, no good. He's fouled. And, man, people just holding their breath. Are you watching the players and the fans in the stands holding their breath at every shot?
I'm holding my breath as the penetration comes, as the shots go up, because you just hope that it just starts falling in our favor more. But, yeah, I know the same sentiment is around here totally.
We had a sheet, Gotti, somewhere with all of today's games on them, and it also had the order of finish. I think we accidentally threw it away. I think the Panthers were picked fourth in the conference. I'm trying to find out where Jackson State was placed on the preseason rankings. Ray Wortham already on it there. Jones uncharacteristically misses the second free throw. And here we go back down the other way. Nope, is that it? Is that yours? No? Wallace working hard, and putting it in with a double pumper there is McInnes.
That 6'7" freshman loves coming from the baseline side and has been finding, things to fall in his favor when he's penetrating to the basket.
Tigers up 149-48. Jones will have it. 2:46 left to play in a barn burner. Patterson thought about it. Turns, twists, finds a hole, puts it up. Yeah, from 5 it's good.
Patterson has just an incredible patience when it comes to playing in the paint. He always penetrates in there, and you think that he's going to pass it out, but he really takes his time and plays with poise. I love seeing that.
The Panthers battling to remain one of the undefeated here in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Walker. Yeah, and Walker pushes off and called for the offensive foul.
Great defense by Jones, not to play passively even though he's in foul trouble right now, just to go with all force and really stay on his toes and establish that position.
That was great. I saw it coming. I knew he wanted it. He got it.
And the way this game has been going, I know in his mind it could have probably gone either way,
yeah.
But just to have that tenacity and that intensity to still play.
That killer mentality.
Exactly.
Like, I still want
Exactly. To still play that high-quality defense.
The Panthers are up by 1, 50-49 here in the second half. Second shot is away. No good. And golly gee willikers, the Panthers can't come down with a rebound. 1:49 left to play. 50-49. The Panthers on top of the Tigers of Jackson State. Right side with it. Ross has it at the wing. Looking down low, trying to find Howard. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They've got to do something with it. Wallace finds a hole, short arms it, and coming down with it is Patterson. And now into the hands of Lister. Knocked it to the hands of Blackson, and a timeout call, man. A great timeout call here with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to play. .118 left to play, 50-49. I thought you ladies were talking. I turned y'all, we're just sitting here, folks. I tell you.
We're in a zone. It's so close of a game.
Here, what a game here in the Baby Dome. I mean, the Jackson State Tigers came to play, but the Panthers need to secure some rebounds. Scotty, you got 1 minute and 18 seconds left to play. What do you do here?
Just play your best game of basketball right now. Don't foul. Try to take the smartest shots that you can, if you can get wide open shots, but really run some time off of that clock and continue to play with poise. Don't let at the point of the game make you overwhelmed or anxious.
Okay, you got maybe 3 possessions left to play, 1:13 on the clock. The Panthers have the ball. Blackston has it in the open court. The Panthers lead by 1, folks. Blackston trying to play for 1 shot and run the clock down. Gets down to 10. Here comes Blackston. Blackston fouled. No call there. Where's the foul? We got to get back on defense. Can't think about it. 53 seconds left to play. Ross coming down. Blackston on him like a glove. We've got to be careful here. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Left side with it. Howe at the left elbow. Turning, twisting. Good defense. Has it taken away. Timeout by the Panthers. Yes, and we have the ball with 38 seconds left to play.
How many more timeouts do we have?
I don't know.
We must have saved them all for the second half, but that's smart move.
50-49, great heads-up play by the Panthers. Good defense. What we've got to do now here is secure the ball. They're going to foul quickly because they want us on the line. This is going to be a free throw shooting match going down the stretch with 38 seconds left to play.
And Prairie View has no more fouls to call, so they have to play with absolute poise right now and just be really smart about their decision-making.
Ray, quickly, some scores around the league.
Alabama State is up 72-54 against Alabama A&M. Alcorn is beating Mississippi Valley 56-50. Southern and Arkansas Pine Bluff are tied at 55.
The men's team for Texas Southern should be kicking off here in a few moments. Any results on the women's game, Prairie View, TSU and Grambling? All right, here we go.
That's so interesting that they're not putting on a full court press.
I can't believe that. 50-49, they're going to let the Panthers run this one out.
I think the idea is letting the shot clock run out and getting the final
shot. Yeah, the final attempt. A 7-second differential between the game and play clock. We need a shot here. Blackston gives it up. Right side with it. Patterson in the corner. Jones for three. Yes, he buries it. Woo!
Incredible shot by Dennis Jones. Way to knock that down. Now the Panthers have to play some solid defense here and get a stop.
Ross throws it up. No. A battle for the rebound. The Panthers get it and a foul, and we'll take the long walk home. Byron Smith loves it. Yes, baby. Exciting Panther basketball. Woo! Man. 4.5 seconds left to play. The Panthers up 53-49, and Lister is on the line to shoot free throws. Wow. What a game. Folks, don't forget, immediately following this, we'll take a quick break. 2 minutes. You got to come back and hear what Byron Smith has to say. First shot is away. Lister puts it in for the free throw. Wow. Lister with one more, 54-49. The shot is away. It's good. Now, Jackson State has 4.5 seconds to try to do something with it. The Panthers up 5. Here we go, right side. They're just going to let him shoot it. Go ahead. And that's it, baby. The Panthers win it in convincing fashion here. What a game. All the way down the stretch. What poise by the Panthers. Man, 55-51. The final score. What a game. And the Panthers did it all the way. Stick around. We'll take a break and come back with more exciting Panther basketball right here on the Prairie View A&M University Panther Sports Network.
Helping you realize your dreams. Ignite your passion. Experience Prairie View A&M University.
Welcome back to the William Nix Center right here on the beautiful campus of Prairie View A&M University. Coach, the Panthers victorious 55-51, man. What resiliency down the stretch. You talked about it on Saturday. You said Jackson State was going to come to play. They were going to play great defense. They didn't stop. I don't know where they were picked to finish, but I don't think it's high enough.
Exactly.
Because this is a great team coached by Wayne Brent, and those guys got after it. But the same things that we noticed, folks, last week came to commission in the last couple of minutes, and that's focus, and that is sharing the ball and smart play, smart basketball by the Panthers.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I've got a great seat, so I see everything that you say. I see, and I second that. Really excited. Every night in the league, it can be like this. I mean, there are no nights off, and Jackson is always like that. It's always a 2 to 3 to 4 point basketball game. No matter where no matter what the record is, we're going to get everybody's best shot. But I'm really proud of our guys because we could have just said, hey, you know what, let's get ready for the next one. We won 4 in a row. We could have rested on our laurels and said, hey, you win some, you lose some. But they just stepped up and they made plays when they had to. Ugly basketball game, but sometimes you need to win ugly.
Jones struggled throughout the game. I mean, he got in early foul trouble. He had to go sit down. Got in foul trouble again here in the second half. Kept his poise. Gotti commented right down here on the very headsy play where he drew the foul to come back and do the long walk down. And then on the rebound, to stay focused like that, folks, and knock down a three-pointer was huge. That is the type of basketball that wins championships.
Dennis Jones is probably, if not the smartest, one of the smartest basketball players I've ever coached. And I've coached a lot of players. He struggles with his shot. He struggles, obviously, with free throw shooting. But he's as tough as nails. He's probably as good an on-ball defender in terms of anticipating and taking charges, set you up for a charge to anyone. That was a huge defensive play. I mean, and what a way to close it out. A guy that's probably shooting under 25% from the three to nail a clutch three like that for the ball game. Game, set, match. Really proud of Dennis Jones. Proud of all of our guys, but Dennis Jones in particular.
Coach, the guys did a wonderful job tonight with taking care of the ball. Only 9 turnovers for the whole game. There were times where we thought maybe it was out of control, but when we look statistically, everything kind of matched up, but they controlled the ball. What did you tell them to really get them to lock in and really take care of the ball like that when the game was so intense and high energy?
Honestly, I told them that Gotti Warima is on the other side over there, arguably the greatest women's basketball player to ever play at Prairie View. And she's in charge of turnovers for the stat table with the incomparable Charles Porter. We didn't want to let you down, Gotti. You know what? We make it a point to take care of the basketball. You take care of the basketball, limit your turnovers. If you're under double figures in turnovers, you got a pretty good chance of winning a basketball game no matter who you play against. So I think we do a pretty good job. We're not perfect. We're striving to be perfect, but really proud of our guards. They really handle it, take care of it. And I thought tonight was indicative of what our game plan was to limit turnovers, because we knew they were going to give us their best shot defensively. A great defensive unit. And like you said, Charles, coached by Wayne Brent, probably one of the better coaches, not the best coach in our league. So, hey, great game plan by them. But, hey, you know what? Came out on top.
Coach, we talked about Iwan Ellis a little bit and how clutch he came in at the end, and Peterson and several other players. But I just talked about how Iwan Ellis has just improved in just a year's time and developed to be such a key player for the team. Can you talk about that?
Iwan Ellis is probably one of the finest young men that I've ever been associated with. He comes to work every day. He doesn't complain. He doesn't talk back. He goes to class. He's a great Prairie View man and goes to all the sporting events, supports the athletes, very popular, mannerable as they come. I don't care about the basketball part. I mean, he's student of the year every day to me, but he also has to be a phenomenal athlete. I mean, with a body like that, Hollywood better look out. This guy right now could be the new Tate Diggs, Denzel Washington. They better look out, And the NFL might want to look out too, Charles, because I think he could be a heck of a tight end or defensive end. If you notice, that's the way they're going with that type of athleticism, speed, and jumping ability. Hey, look out! But he's a great kid. He made plays late. I've been on him a lot about rebound. I want him to be a double figure rebounding guy. Hasn't reached that yet, but he's definitely trying. But he had some big plays late in the game, and you're right. I'm very, very proud of Iwan.
Yeah, Coach. Finally, we want to mention a couple of things. Man, what a great job of your bench. Fate Williams, Sneed came off the bench, did a great job. Also, Lister hit some big three-pointers. Blackston always does a good job. Yes. But you really used your bench well, and I thought that was a key factor when other players were in foul trouble. These guys stepped up for you and played really, really smart basketball. That's a sign of coaching, Gotti.
Absolutely. Let me say this about Antoine Lister in particular. If it were not for Antoine Lister, Iwan Ellis would be the best young man I've ever been around. Antoine Lister is a phenomenal human being. Yes. He is a phenomenal kid that, he's not perfect, but he does everything the right way. And the way he performed tonight, he's earned it. His playing time has been very sketchy, and that's probably been more about me just not really having the confidence in him early. But he comes to work every day, Charles. He wins every sprint. He wins every drill. He's the first one at everything that we do. Super-duper proud of him. And this game and this life will reward you by doing the right things.
Of course.
And he is a great example of what to do, if doing things the right way, and being coachable and just being a great team guy. He came off the bench, hit some shots, played really good defense late, did everything that we needed him to do to close out the game. Really proud of him. Fate Williams, a freshman, a young fish from right out there in Dickinson, Texas. Really proud of him. Brings it every day in practice. He's a bully of the team, believe it or not, even though he's light-skinned.
Oh, wow.
He's the bully of the team, the toughest guy out there, and he plays some great defense tonight. So our bench was really, really good for us tonight. We're really proud of those guys.
All right, folks, finally a couple of statistics. The fourth double-double for Gary Blackson this year, back-to-back double-doubles. He did a great job. Of course, Anders did phenomenally well also, and 7 rebounds from Andrus, who always plays, and Patterson, another key player with 6 rebounds and 8 points, man. What a rounded game. What a good game, folks. I tell you, it was worth the price of the ticket to come and see this one, folks. And now we get ready to come back on Monday to take on a tough Grambling State team.
The G-men. I'm sure it's probably blood and guts over there in the HPE Center right now in Texas Southern. I mean, I wish I could slide in there and just get me a box of popcorn and a Diet Coke and sit there and watch that slugfest. They're going to come in here locked and loaded. Defending conference champions, well coached. Devontae Jackson does a great job. This will be a mirror image of the game tonight. I mean, they're bigger and probably a little stronger than Jackson. Got a few more playmakers, but they play tough defense right there at the top of the league in defense with Jackson. It'll be a slugfest. It'll be a bloodbath in there on Monday night, but we're looking forward to it on Martin Luther King Day.
All right, folks. Monday, more exciting Panther basketball coming your way. 4:30 women's tip-off, and then 6:30 for the men. We're kicking it up an hour on Martin Luther King Day. It's a holiday. The final score, 55-51. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to remember again Darrell Williams here on the broadcast. Great man. He really, really changed a lot of lives here at Prairie View A&M University. He will be sorely missed here at Prairie View A&M. And also William Bill Thomas, who has also got his wings this week, will also be missed in the black college sports world. Okay? That's going to wrap it up for us here in the William Nix Center. Ladies and gentlemen, want to say a shout-out to our fantastic corral of students, Marshayla Thomas, Keasia Sims, Christian Flowers, and Isaiah Hubbard. Man, we couldn't do it without them. Of course, the man that keeps it all together, Mike West, our glue. If it wasn't for him, we couldn't do any of this. We want to thank him sincerely and our Panther Sports broadcast team for doing a great job. For Vice President of Athletics, Mr. Fred Washington, Vice President of Athletics, Miss Coach Alicia Peete, okay? For Dwayne Lewis and the entire Panther Sports broadcast team, this is Charles Porter, Ray Worther, and GAATI Gotti the Great saying so long. We'll see you Monday with more exciting Panther basketball. Good night.